Hi everyone, I have got a brand new fragrance to tell you about, and I have to say I am actually quite excited to tell you about this one, and it is SP Musk from SP Parfums. This was sent to me by Sven, who is the brand owner and perfumer. Thank you, Sven. So appreciated that you trust me to review your fragrances, and this one, I have to tell you, was a surprise, and in a very good way. So I was only thinking, Sven sent me a message to say he was sending this to me, and I was a bit nervous. I thought, oh no, what if it's a really funky animalic type musk? And I wish he would make something more in the vein of Powder and Dust, because that's a massive love for me. I really love that fragrance. And when this arrived, I was actually quite nervous sniffing it. I just was so worried that it was going to be a funky, hard to wear kind of weird fragrance. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a musk fragrance. Musk fragrances, they can go from one, literally they seem to go one way or another. So some musk fragrances are just pure funk and filth, and other musk fragrances are very clean and fresh. You think of the Body Shop White Musk, very clean, fresh, and anyone can wear them. I did not expect Sven to come out with something that wasn't funky and weird when he was talking about musks. So this was a shock because, okay, let me give you the notes to start with. We have a Moon Musk Accord, which is natural sambac jasmine, hawthorn, acacia, which is basically mimosa. I think it's the same thing from the research I've done. Aspects of honey and natural patchouli. It's a second skin musk. That's how he's described it. So you've got honey sweet blossoms balanced with dusty, dry, old natural patchouli in a musk composition, resulting in a second skin musk. These are Sven's words. This is how he describes the fragrance. And I sprayed it here about 2 hours ago, and I've worn this fragrance. He only sent it to me less than a week ago, and I've used that much. I keep spraying it all the time. Even if it's not my scent of the day, I end up finding skin that I've got clean and spraying it on because I really like it. So yes, when I first sprayed it, it reminded me of something really good, a happy kind of childhood memory that I couldn't put my finger on, and I still don't know exactly what that is, but it's really good. And it feels like the fragrance is in some way related to Powder and Dust, and I think that's because it has the acacia, which is, as I said, mimosa, and Powder and Dust has mimosa in it. Also, it's kind of musky and powdery, and it feels like, so with Powder and Dust there's a pear note, and it's a, to me anyway, to my nose, it's a boiled sweet pear, like pear drop, almost like a sweet shop pear drop note. And this feels like there's boiled sweets in here as well, but not pear drops, maybe some other kind of fruity boiled sweets. It does smell a little bit fruity, but in a sweety way. So on my skin, let's do a little refresh of the opening notes. Oh my God. The opening is so beautiful. It does smell like I'm in a sweet shop and I'm smelling paper bags filled with boiled sweets. Maybe that's where this memory is coming from. I mean, going into sweet shops as a child was obviously an outstandingly good memory. Yes, it does smell quite fruity, but not fresh fruit. Fruity sweets. But there's this green element to it, and it's not green, forest green smell, and it's not exactly green grass or leaves. It could just be like a really nice green plant in the garden, or a green bush that's maybe covered in dew and the sun's just coming up, and there's like the scent coming from the damp green but sweet bush, kind of like that. But it's more about the sweets, boiled sweets. And I can completely understand that there's mimosa in here, because it does remind me of powder and dust. It feels yellow. It feels like pretty tiny little yellow blooms. And it is honeyed. He said it's honeyed, and it really is. It's kind of like if you smell honeysuckle, that's a very honeyed floral, and it's kind of like that, but it's not honeysuckle. It's just that the mimosa is honeyed. The jasmine in here is nothing like I've experienced in a jasmine fragrance. If I think of things like Tom Ford's Jasmine Rouge, or Bulgaria's Jasmine Noir, or any fragrance really with a strong jasmine note, it's not like those fragrances. It's more like hedione, which is a synthetic molecule that's supposed to be like a lighter area, very transparent but beautiful jasmine, and it's more like hedione, but there is absolutely real jasmine sambac in here. But somehow Sven has taken his olfactory scalpel and played around with the jasmine to make it all weird and abstract, but in such a good way. This is a spring day. This is a meadow of wildflowers covered in morning dew. It's happiness in a bottle. It's sunshine bottled. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It is shot up to my second favourite SP Parfums fragrance. I think that if you love powder and dust, you probably will like it. I can't say you definitely will, but they are in the same hemisphere. Powder and dust is richer and more syrupy and has vanilla. I don't detect any vanilla in this, and it's not listed. I don't think there's any vanilla in here. So they aren't the same, but they just seem to come from the same place, if that makes any sense. I'm really, really impressed. I'm loving it. I'm going to do a further review on this. This is only first impressions, because as I say, I've only had it for a week, and it's not fair to completely say that's it, that's my review based on just sort of a few wearings. So this is really kind of just first impressions, but I wanted to share it with you, get it out there. Sven was kind enough to send it to me, and I think it's only fair that I get a review out there, at least first impressions, so that everyone knows what I think of it. And this is my honest review. I know there's a lot of heat at the moment on reviewers getting stuff free and then hyping them up. I can honestly, hand on heart, swear on sweet as life, tell you that I'm genuinely loving SP Musk. Well, I don't know what else I can say. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.